Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and today we are going to continue our coverage for our daily headlines report. So, I will do announcements at the end, so hopefully we can do our better job at retaining people. So, I will jump straight into this report, and if you want to hang out for the announcements, awesome. If you don't, no hard feelings. But let me jump right into this one. So, first on the list, and again, in no particular order, new pictures and videos are coming out on different social media platforms that are showing new isolation camps in the district of Beijing, China. Now, I was going to post this so that way you can see these pictures and images, but I don't know who owns them or if they're copyrighted, or I don't even technically know if they're real. So, just a data point for right now. Keeping on the same topic, the WHO has announced that the epidemic, hopefully I can say that word, uh, has just started in China, has now officially spread to Europe, and and this is where you can feel really good about the situation. They are monitoring the situation. I know I can sleep better tonight knowing that. And I guess one of the big ones is it's striking up in the Netherlands pretty well. So, data point on that one. It's kind of odd to me that this is almost 3 years to the day. So, I'm going to leave it there so I don't get my hand smacked. Let's move on. So, I'm sure you guys have seen this one. This one was kind of mainstream. The U.S. military Osprey that crashed off or into the sea off the southern coast of Japan with 8 on board. It looks like the Japan Coast Guard has rescued 6 of the 8 on board. I think if I read the reports right, one of them was found deceased, and another one was deceased either on transport or got to the hospital and passed in the hospital. But from what everybody seems to be confirming is there are 6 rescued. Next is Russian President Vladimir Putin was quoted saying he will not agree to any peace deal with Ukraine until the U.S. presidential elections are held. That's an interesting one. Um, I mean, if that holds out to be true, then there's at least almost another year of fighting. I saw some reports and whatnot that that Russia has been stockpiling a bunch of missiles and rockets and whatnot to prepare for the winter war because it's a lot harder to move manpower and large equipment and whatnot during the harsh snow and winter months. Therefore, it goes into a lot more of just lobbing things out there. So we'll see what comes of that. Data points, okay? Next is, according to an article from Politico, the U.S. is out of money. Well, there's no surprise there. But it continues to, in the article, that it's out of money to strengthen its presence in the Middle East beyond what is already there. So, in other words, in that article, what we have sent, the manpower, the naval forces, the aircraft, the weaponry, things like that, what we've sent, that's it. There's no more coming. They've got enough money to maintain what they have. They are out of money to send any more resources in. I'm hoping that's an optics thing. I'm hoping that is a appear weak and propaganda. Otherwise, you just told the entire world, "Hey, this is what you got to go against, and we can't do anything else if you do anything about it." So I'm just hoping that we're not that dumb, but I don't know anymore. It's 2023. All right, let's just move past it. So this one I'm going to show. Let me scoot over so I can put it right here. Look at this. Look at this video here. So in Tanzania, two planes crashed in I don't even know how to say that. You'll be able to read it right there. In the national park on the same day. Apparently, one was landing and one was taking off, I believe. It's hard to find some details, and at least details that are matching on what actually happened. But as you can clearly see in the same exact video, there are two planes crashed. So hopefully there'll be some more details. Maybe we can revisit this one tomorrow or another one just to kind of clarify what actually happened. There is a solar storm alert, and this one's kind of interesting. I'm not a date guy, but this isn't my date. So NASA has issued a warning for tomorrow, the 30th, due to this solar storm alert, that radio and GPS could experience partial or total blackouts tomorrow. Not for me. If it doesn't happen, don't come back to me and start yelling. I'm reading NASA's alert system, okay? So, just a data point. If it happens, it happens. You heard it here. If it doesn't happen, I'm just reading NASA's report, okay? Data point. Now, um, there is a lot, and I'm trying to keep this one short because of the Christmas giveaway video and the live stream probably really soon from you watching this one because of the time that it takes me to upload and release. There's a lot of stories I kind of had to skip over trying to give out certain ones. There's a lot going on. So one of the stories I skipped, I'll give you a brief one, is Finland and Russia is having a little bit of a border tension. So Finland has closed a lot of its borders to Russia. Russia's not very happy about it. Then you've got North and South Korea. They have basically remilitarized their demilitarized zone. And now you've got Venezuela and Guyana. I'm hoping I pronounced that one right. There's all sorts of everything. Social media went nuts today over that about Brazil is coming in. Venezuela is invading. I know we're down there. There's actually I believe it was this one CENTCOM. There was an intelligence report that come out and said that we put people down there to kind of fortify and provide additional security to our United States Embassy in Guyana. So there's definitely something going on down there. Going over into Ireland. So Ireland's media minister, I didn't know they had one. It's an interesting position. Nonetheless, in a speech, gave a call to the public to report hate speech if they see it online to the police. Now, I'm going to try and keep this short. That's extremely dangerous. I don't know how to put it. That's a way above and beyond red flag laws. It's anytime you have something like that, you have to look at it from both sides. You know, if you're for something like this, then by all means, I'm not trying to change your mind. What I do want to say is that if you think that reporting quote unquote hate speech to authorities to where you can get in trouble for it, who decides what that speech is? Because if you leave anything like that open to any sort of interpretation, then I say something you don't like and you report me. Who's to say that my next door neighbor gets on you, goes back 3 years and goes, oh, you said something similar about something else. So they report you, and then guess what? We're both in the same cell. So anytime that this is, as much as I would love to have certain things policed and you know certain things should not be on the internet and certain things probably shouldn't be said out loud, it goes both ways. You are a free person, and the way that I have always put it, and you are more than welcome to disagree with me, If you want to come out and you want to declare yourself a Nazi, or if you want to declare yourself racist or whatever, that's you. You go right ahead. You're going to deal with the consequences of it. So I'm all about complete free speech. You say whatever you want to say. Just understand that as soon as it leaves your mouth, there's a consequence to it. So as long as you're okay with dealing with it, it's the same thing as saying good morning to somebody. The consequence is either good, where they smile and say good morning back, or the consequence is as they scream and yell at you, it's not a good morning, don't say that to me. I mean, there's a consequence to everything as soon as you open your mouth. So we'll leave that one there for now. Maybe a later discussion. Let's round this out. So the Christmas tree in front of the White House has fallen over, apparently due to high winds, and this is before the official lighting ceremony. And even reports are coming out saying it might not even be salvageable. There's a lot of people on both sides saying, it's sad to see, which I kind of agree, and the other saying, oh well, this is karma or whatever. And a tree fell over. Okay, I just found that it's interesting that it hit big time news. So it actually wouldn't surprise me if it came out on a later date that somebody did it on purpose out of protest or something. So, uh, but that brings me to one thing. Let me finalize this whole thing with this. Going through and pulling all this stuff, all these headlines and everything, monitoring the social media chatter and a lot of things in the underground and all that. There's a lot of chatter and a lot of rumors about protest, especially the one that keeps popping up is the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting ceremony. I don't know if it's true. It's just right now. It's just chatter, but it does bring up an interesting point. The holidays is a time where people gather together to celebrate, and that makes for a target. And I know that's extremely sad to say, and it shouldn't be. If you go out and participate in a Christmas tree ceremony, lighting ceremony, if you go out to a Christmas parade, if you go out to anything like that, I'm not saying don't, because you should not live in a state of panic or fear. You have the God given right to go out and celebrate with fellow Americans, with friends and family, and with your neighborhood. You have that right, and you should go exercise it. Uh, if you do, be safe. Head on a swivel. Be careful. Be safe. Know what's around you. Do not get lazy. Don't get carefree. Make sure that you are little on a much higher state of alert, and make sure you enjoy yourself. Don't take it out of it to where you're not enjoying yourself. But with everything going on, you need to be well aware and situationally aware. Wow. And it also comes into it that you can agree or disagree with this one. Mainstream media is not our friend, and a lot of times neither is social media. And so when something happens, because you remember, was it last year or the year before, the Christmas Day parade person that just drove down through the middle of a parade? What did that get? A day and a half of coverage, and then disappeared. And a lot of people don't even remember it happened. So there's a lot of cover up going on, especially going into a presidential election year. And I'm not trying to tie any of that to politics, but there's a lot of media covering up on both sides on a lot of different topics. And so if you have deranged lone wolf people going out and doing something versus a pre-planned actual attack with the mainstream media and social media reports, it might be very difficult to try and differentiate the fact from fiction and really determine if this is just some sick individual, one off, one time, lone wolf thing, or if this might be, something that is part of a bigger plan that we should definitely take notice of. So I will do my best to watch all this stuff, especially over the next couple of weeks during the holidays. If I see anything, whether it be small at the time or anything along those lines, I will do my best to report it so we can all stay situationally aware. As of right now, everything's just rumors. So I would expect them to remain rumors over the next week or so, and then we might start seeing if any of this is true, which I hope to God it's not. Probably about the week before Christmas to the end of the year. And what really makes me nervous is the New Year's parties, because there's a lot of people in major cities that watch the ball drop. And that, if you are a deranged, evil person, that's a target. And it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. And so, over the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot. I'm going to be up late night, keep my eye on a lot of things. So, uh, okay, that's it. I've taken up for your time. Quick announcements. As I gave a little bit of a preview, at 8 p.m. Eastern is my, I don't know, 2-minute Christmas giveaway video. Watch it. It gives you the directions. You have to follow the directions on that video. It'll tell you everything: how to win, what you got to do, all the different rules, how to claim the prize if you win, all that. So watch it, do everything if you want to enter, share it so that way we can get it out, and we'll go from there. Tonight at 9 p.m., right after that video, is going to be the Workshop Wednesday live stream Q&A. Come hang out. It's always a blast. Even last week, or the day before Thanksgiving, there was quite a few people, and we went the full hour. It was a lot of fun. A lot of laughs, a lot of good questions. So if you can make it, come hang out, and just a free for all, and just good hearted people having a good time. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love each and every one of you guys. So, more information to come. God bless. And remember, above everything else, remember to remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.